All right, ready whenever you guys are.
Hey, Coach. Jonathan Childress, great game. How much with coming, 2 years, year and a half removed from Tommy John, how much of a milestone is it to hit 100 pitches and in that have a career high in 9 strikeouts and do what he's able to do today?
Oh, I think it's huge. I was disappointed we couldn't get him through the 5th inning, but once he hit 100, it was time to go get him. And it was the right call, and I feel bad that I had to go get him, but it was just what we needed to do based on his first time out. And he was really good, got both curveball and slider going, and, with the wind blowing out, as strong as it was today for us to be able to keep that team in the park for 9 innings. And Jonathan allowed us to grab the lead and grab some comfort, in those middle innings. I was very proud of our offense today, but, most proud of Jonathan for getting us off to a good start.
Bryce and Hunter, 2 guys that were left out of the starting lineups the past 2 games. Yesterday, a little bit not taking advantage of opportunities with those 2 guys today. Is that exactly taking advantage of opportunities that was missing maybe yesterday?
Absolutely. We had plenty of opportunities yesterday, and we did get some big hits, and certainly cost us a tough day yesterday. But, some different guys in the lineup today. Bryce Blond played extremely well. Ty Coleman coming off the bench, Hunter Coleman coming off the bench. Brian Sturgis had a great game, last night and again today, built on that. So, we've got good players up and down the lineup. Like I said last night, we've got to find the 9 that play best together. Maybe not the 9 best players in our locker room, but the 9 that play the best together. And we're going to find that. And I was just proud of our attitude this morning, the way we went about our business in pregame, and the way we performed today.
What did you see? What have you seen from Brian Sturgis through fall that stood out to you that has made him such an impact guy in this weekend?
He's very similar to our other older guys. He's like an extension of our coaching staff. He's got a great understanding of the game, the offensive approach, the swing, and just baseball. And, it's like having another coach when you start talking about a guy like Brian Sturgis, those graduate transfers. He fits right in there with Mikey Honer, Hunter Coleman, Ray Alejo. Those guys, they're like an extension of our coaching staff.
Then, by my count, I believe you played all but 6 players on the roster. Good to be able to get some guys out there and see them in that game situation that you haven't had in a while.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yesterday, maybe some new guys were amped up, revved up, and it being their first time in the maroon and white. And you can see some anxiety levels were a little bit higher than obviously we've seen during practice. But to be able to empty the bench today, it's just it's a feel-good day for the locker room. Guys are leaving here feeling like they've contributed and they're part of things. And it's good. I mean, we're in the middle of playing, 9 games in 8 days. So, we're going to get to see a lot of different things. We'll go Chris Webber on Tuesday and look forward to that challenge that Abilene Christian will present.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, how big was it for this team to kind of have the bats come alive after a disappointing yesterday to, respond the way the team did today?
Well, when you when you go into any season, you never truly know what your team's identity is going to be. And you have to forge that as you go through some adversity. We certainly had that right out of the gate yesterday. But to be able to respond the way we did with such an exclamation point says a lot about the character of our group and moving forward.
You have 3 games in 2 days. Now you got a quick turnaround with 2 midweek games coming up. So, I guess, what'd you learn this, short weekend about the team, and what are you looking for Tuesday and Wednesday?
I'm looking for great weather and just continuing to get to play. I think the more we play, the better we're going to be, and the more we're going to grow together with our identity and who we're going to become as a team when we get to SEC play.
Thank you.
Coach, offensively, you score 15 runs on 15 hits, but you still strand 12 runners. Does that concern you at all?
That fires me up. I mean, when you have that many opportunities to drive in runners and you score 15 and you leave 12 more out there, that means you got a lot of traffic and a lot of innings, and couldn't be more proud of our offense today. They did everything that we asked them to do this morning.
It could have been a lot more. You had 2 guys hung up between 3rd and home, once on the 6th, once on the 7th. Just was the contact play on at that point? Take us through both those.
Absolutely. At that point, we're not trying to rub anything in anybody's nose. We're going contact. If they want to take the out at the plate, they can do that. We're station to station at that point. Everything is off.
Early on in the game, you had a chance to move two guys in scoring position. I believe it was in the second inning with Clyde Harrison at the plate. Couldn't lay down a bunt. Also had bunting issues last night. Is the bunting philosophy going to change a little bit? It seems this team struggles to lay him down.
No, absolutely not. We're going to continue to work hard on it like we always do in practice each and every day, and we'll execute them when it does matter most. And we've got guys up and down the lineup that are very skilled bunters. We didn't bunt as good as we're capable of this weekend, but still move the runners when we needed to. I think he put a ball in play and pulled the ball and advanced those runners. So, but that'll get better moving forward, I'm sure.
You said last night you're still trying to find the right nine. You got 16 different position players in the game today. Excuse me. How crucial was that to help you and your staff figure out who are the right guys going forward?
Very important. I mean, and we're going to hopefully have opportunities to do that moving forward. When we can be that offensive, then we're able to empty the bench and see some guys in different spots. And, when you face rights, lefts, it gives different guys opportunities to get in that lineup based on matchups as well. But, we'll continue to look at things. We've got 5 games this week, 5 games the next. There's going to be plenty of opportunities ahead.
What did you see from those 3 pitchers at the end of the game, Johnson, Craig, and Adrande?
Well, I thought they were outstanding, and you can't forget about Alex Makers. He came in at a big spot with some traffic to get us off in the 5th, make the 6th disappear, and then those young guys got in and hung zeros. Couldn't ask for anything more. They were a little bit revved up, but they were in the zone enough to have a couple of clean innings as far as not giving up runs. And Gabe Craig has outstanding stuff. Will Johnson is a competitor, and Andrade's just a very good athlete with a really good arm. Those guys are going to be better for it.
And lastly, Logan Sartori hit in the head in the 6th inning, replaced the next half inning. What's his status?
He's fine. He's fine. Moving forward. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Coach.
You bet.
Got Bryce Sturgis next.
Hey, Brian. What does it mean for you to be able to kind of have the weekend that you had coming into your first weekend as an Aggie?
It's a good start. I mean, saw a lot of good pitches, saw the ball well, moved the ball, was able to get the offensive going, and that's all I'm about is getting the team going, touching home plate. So.
Did it seem like some of their pitchers struggle a little bit with the break and stuff, and allowed y'all to sit back on the fastball at least a little bit early there?
Oh, yeah. And we came in knowing that. Yesterday we didn't execute as well. So that was our emphasis today, was to hunt the fastball. So we got after it. We did a great job today. So
awesome. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
Brian, what was different about yesterday and today, and how big was it that the bats did finally come alive for you guys today, and you guys responded in the big way you did?
We played as a team today. We came in and took some of those big swings out for the game. We took a lot of big swings yesterday, and first day, excited, trying to go for the fences a little bit. So settled in, got the ball moving a little bit, got traffic on the bases. So when we get traffic, we can play fast. So.
Anything you learned about this team in your first full series together?
We're seasoned. We got a lot of old guys. Even though we lost the 2 games yesterday, we didn't see too much panic. We're ready to go tomorrow. We understand it's a long season, and we just got to get hot at the right time. So it was a good step today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Brian, obviously yesterday didn't go as well, lost 2 games. Then you respond well, to say the least, here today. What was the atmosphere in the clubhouse like after last night's 2 games? And then what was said, and how were you guys able to respond so well today?
Of course, you ain't expect to come out and lose 2 games, especially wearing this jersey. So, but it was okay. We got in there and we understood that we got to come out tomorrow and defend the sweep. You got to win every game you can. And we came out and executed. So we got a lot of older guys, and we understand what's going on, and we got to find ourselves. And we got a lot of pieces that haven't played at the SEC level, been in this environment. So we settled down. We'll be all right. You
mentioned those older guys. Who are some of the guys in the clubhouse, the upperclassmen that are taking it upon themselves to act as leaders for this team?
I mean, your Ray Alejos that have been all over the country, and Will Frizzell, Mikey Horner has played a lot of ball, Hunter Coleman, even the guys that aren't playing that day. It's all love, and we know that coach gonna put us in the best situation to succeed.
And then personally for you, first weekend playing here in College Station at Olson Field, wearing the maroon and white, what was it like to play in front of the Aggie faithful, albeit a little bit different of an atmosphere due to the COVID restrictions?
Yeah, it was always my dream to play SEC ball, being from Southeast Texas. It's a blessing. I'm just glad we came out with a positive at the end of the weekend. Get ready for Tuesday and Wednesday. We got a lot of games to play. So we got something to prove. So
Thanks, Brian.
thank you.
Thanks to Beagle.
Yep.
Gonna have Jonathan Childress next. Can you send Jonathan? He's over here. All right.
Howdy.
Hey, Jonathan. Throw 100 pitches today. A little over a couple years after having Tommy John. How much of a milestone was that to have a career outing just in pitches thrown and kind of any mental hurdles tackled with that?
I mean, it's huge. Haven't thrown over 100 pitches in 3 years, probably since high school. Even when I was healthy my freshman year, we were still building up, and I was getting cut off at about 70 pitches. So throwing 100 pitches was great, and really good for my mental state because I know I can still do it.
Yeah. What did you? What was what inning feel like? How'd your arm feel and how'd your body feel when you were hitting 90, 100?
I still felt great. Still felt 100%. I'm sure I'm going to be sore tomorrow and feel it, but felt really good the entire game.
Change up, curveball, working kind of the best. Seems like y'all relied on that and used the fastball to either set up or use it as a strikeout pitch most of the game.
Yeah, we were using a curveball early and then used slider, and then later in the game, and we were using changeup a lot as well, and it worked well.
Seemed like too y'all were keeping it low, even outside the zone. The scouting report said that they'd fish for stuff a little bit.
Yeah, that and the wind was blowing out about 50 miles per hour, so keep the ball down, trying to limit the damage, get some ground balls.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thanks.
Jonathan, how when you get off to a good start on the mound like this, how big is it to the batting to kind of back you up, and just overall overall team effort you guys put out there today?
I mean, it's awesome. The offense was there, pitching was there, defense was there. The biggest thing for me though is Mikey Honer. He gets me going. He kind of keeps the tempo up and just helps me kind of guide through the game.
In this first, your first game of the season, and almost a year. What did you learn anything about yourself? And you said this was good for your mental stability because you proved to yourself you still got it. I mean, what did you learn today?
I mean, a lot. The 100 pitch mark was a big thing. Like I said, I haven't thrown over 70 in probably 3 years. So just knowing I could still do that, and then knowing that I could kind of command the game up at 90, 100 pitches still was big.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jonathan, you mentioned that Mikey Honer gets you going. What is your relationship with him, and why do you like working with him as a battery mate so much?
I mean, outside of baseball, we're really good friends, and I think that carries over to the game as well. I mean, he's a great leader and is a leader of a lot of our guys, and just knows how to get the most out of everybody on our team. So for me, that's like keeping the tempo up and keeping me going and not letting myself slow down. And he does a great job with me catching.
Coach Childress came out and pulled you in the 5th inning, 4 innings and 2/3, so close to getting that decision. When he comes out to take the ball from you, did you think about lobbying to stay in a little bit more, even though you're at the 100-pitch mark?
Yes and no. I mean, you always want to get the win, but the biggest thing is the team's getting the win. And if going to Alex Majors was the best option, then I think that's what we should go with and trust the coach's decision.
Last question.
We hear all the time that wins don't really mean anything to pitchers, but obviously that seems to not be the case with you. How much do the decisions actually matter for a guy who's actually on the field throwing the ball?
I mean, all of us are very competitive, and we all want to go 9 innings, go a complete game. But like I said, it's all about who's putting us in the best position to win and for our team to win. So at the end of the day, our win-loss record as starters doesn't really matter.
Thanks and
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you.
We got Bryce Blom, and that'll be it.
Hey, Bryce, how's it going?
Going great. How are y'all doing?
Doing good. Hey, I know you left out of the starting lineup the last 2 games, got your chance today. How much was that home run just taking the opportunity to by the head and going with it?
It was a great feeling, you know. It was more important to get the offense. It was kind of a spark plug after that. We rattled off a ton of hits. Ray Alejo comes up the next at bat and blisters the ball to center field, and then we were up and running as an offense. And it was cool to be a part of it and just a great feeling to contribute to the team.
Yeah, this positionally, this team feels a lot different than some of the past years. I mean, with if we're mixing in, you know, you and Hunter and some other different guys like that, is this the most depth that this team has had in the lineup in since you've been here?
Since I've been here, absolutely. We have so many guys that are so talented at multiple positions that if a guy is struggling at some point, you have somebody behind him that can pick him up until he gets his feet wet again. And that speaks volumes about our team, about the job that our coaches have done, bringing in the talent of players that we have. And just being a part of this group is something special, and helping out any way possible is really the main goal.
Yeah, did you know, was it a plan beforehand that you'd get the start today, or is this something you learned last night, this morning?
I learned this morning when I walked down to the lineup card and saw it.
What was the thoughts going through your head then?
Just do what I can to contribute to this team and help the offense get moving.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Bryce, did you guys kind of talk about it last night after obviously the disappointing first 2 games of this series of you needed a response, and did you even surprise yourselves of 15 runs, this being the response that you guys had?
Obviously, we needed a response. Xavier played their tail off last night, and we didn't play our best baseball. But bringing that team down here, we know what we have in this locker room that we had to respond. And there was never a doubt today. We call it Championship Sunday, and this was our response. And I think it was a statement that we are a lot better than a lot of people made us out to be as of last night. And we're gonna make noise, and we're just gonna continue on this train that we developed today.
Does that kind of give you momentum? You got 2 midweek games coming up. Does that kind of give this team momentum heading into, these next 2 games?
Absolutely, it gives us momentum. And yesterday was an eye opener for us that we can't take any games off. Every single game matters. And these 2 midweek games, we got to treat them like they're the biggest games of the year, because on that given day they are. We just have to play our best baseball, and we believe our best baseball can compete with anybody in the country.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bryce, that home run coming on the first pitch. Seems like you ambush guys a lot. What were you looking for at the plate in that at bat, and what about the first pitch is so enticing to you?
Well, it was the start of an inning, was that pitch. So I figured the guy was going to try to get ahead with a fastball. And just the main thing was, after not playing in the first 2 games, just trusting the plan and trusting the offensive approach of not trying to do too much. And Coach Sealy and Coach Kaya did a great job before the game telling me, hey, look, just be yourself. That's all we can ask for, and that's all we need. And just sticking true to that plan, and then we got rewarded for it.
And then defensively, we've seen you play second base the most during your Texas A&M career. Get the start today at third base. How did you feel over there at the hot corner, and where do you feel most comfortable on the diamond?
Felt great. Coach Pennington has by far been the biggest blessing for me as a player in this program. Guy who's played every position in the major leagues, guy who's so intelligent about the game that we all get reps at multiple positions during practice. So wherever you get plugged in, you're going to be ready to go and prepared. And so really anywhere that the team needs me, I'm comfortable with.
Last question.
And final question, how do you guys continue to keep this momentum that you've earned today rolling into the midweeks and then into next weekend, big weekend in Round Rock?
Just trusting the offensive approach. Our pitchers, Jonathan Childress did an incredible job. Alex Baggers did a great job. And the locker room, the energy was incredible. Like, it felt like the weight of the world was off our shoulders because we know the way we want to play. And today we played that way, and we beat a very good Xavier team by a large margin. And it was actually a really close game. The scoreboard doesn't reflect that, but it was a hard-fought game, and just everybody's lying, having fun, and we have a really close group here, and it was good to see everybody smile and seeing what it's like to win here.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thanks and gig 'em.